And first to our breaking news, and Westfield shopping centres around the world, including here in Australia, have been mentioned as potential targets for terror attacks by militant group Shabaab. Let's go to Nine's Europe correspondent Tom Steinfort in London. Tom, this has emerged this morning in an unverified video. What more do we know?
Look, that's right, Sylvia. We've had these threats coming through from Shabaab, which is a well-known terror network operating out of Africa with links to Al-Qaeda. And look, specifically they target Oxford Street right here in the heart of London, but they also mention a number of Westfield shopping centres, 2 specifically here in London, but more than 100 around the world. And of course we know that Westfield originated in Australia, a great Australian success story, and there are Westfields all over Australia who would now be hearing this threat and certainly somewhat alarmed. It's come, as I said, from Shabaab, and they have formed on this front. This is the group that was responsible for the Kenyan wall siege a couple of years ago, and unfortunately dozens of lives were lost then. So they have now sent out this fresh threat. Here's a little bit of it.
Imagine what a dedicated mujahid in the West could do to the American or Jewish-owned shopping centres across the world. What if such an attack was to occur in the Mall of America in Minnesota, or the West Edmonton Mall in Canada, or in London's Oxford Street, or any of the 100 or so Jewish-owned Westfield shopping centres dotted right across the Western world? Take the Westfield shopping centre in Stratford, or in White City, for example. What would be...
So very succinct and direct threats there to Westfield shopping centres, of course owned by Australian businessman Frank Lowy. And look, we have already had the US Department of Security come out and say that they think people should take these threats very seriously.